All right, students. So now we're getting into some inequalities. But first, we have to remember what is an inequality. So these symbols here, right? Greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, equal sign, not equal, right? So right here, the bigger number is going to be here, right? And the smaller number here. So as an example, this is me with my beautiful hair, right? And my high heels, because I like to wear high heels. I'm 4'11". Yep. I am, whoop, whoop. But say, I don't know if you've seen Renee, right? Renee's super tall. All right. So Renee would be a tall person here, right? What is she like? 5'10" or so? I'm not sure. But this is Renee, right? This is Andrea and Renee. Renee has glasses. All right. So my point is that the tallest person will be here and the little person will be here. So it's less than, okay? So notice that opening goes to the tallest person, all right? Same thing here. So large number on this side, little number on this side, okay? So that's the idea. Now, this is equal to, right? So it could be greater than or equal to. So remember this. Huh? That was funny. Anyway, so interval notation is another way of expressing the answer to an inequality. I'm gonna show you what that means. It uses parentheses and brackets to show where the graph starts and ends. So this is a parenthesis and this is a bracket. This is called a bracket. So parentheses mean not included, where the number it's not included. So it's larger than whatever number, that number will be not included. Or it's a no, we use an open circle or open, right? Use when a graph starts or ends on an open circle. It looks like that. I'll show you what that means when we graph this. Now, this is a bracket and it means that the number is included. So when we use the greater than or equal to, we use the brackets, and less than or greater than, we use the parentheses, okay? So very important. So equal to, the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we use the bracket, and less than or greater than, we use the parentheses. It's gonna be an open circle here and a closed circle here. Always use parentheses with the infinity or negative infinity. Very, very, very important. And the infinity sign looks like a lay down a 8, something like that. There is a negative infinity and a positive infinity. Okay, we're gonna learn to use that notation here. So that is called interval notation. Let's do some examples. Now we see this. So it says 4 times the quantity of x plus 3 is greater than negative 24. Now the way we're going to solve this, we're going to imagine there is an equal sign here and we're just going to solve it. Okay, so let's do that. So we distribute first. So that's 4x plus 3 is greater than negative 24. We are going to subtract 3 on both sides. Imagine there is an equal sign. So you're going to solve it as it is. 4x greater than, that's negative 27. And then you divide. Did I mess up? Oh, yes, I did mess up. Hey, guys. Oopsie. So that's 4x plus 12. And then equals negative 24. I mean, greater than negative 24. Now, minus 12, and then that goes away, and we have 4x, and then we have negative 36, and then you divide by 4, and that would be x. I'm going to write it up here. X is greater than negative 9. Okay, so now we know that this is an open circle and we're going to be using parentheses because there's no equal sign here. And it says that x is greater than negative 9. So if this is a number line, so let's put some numbers in. So I'm going to put negative 9 here. So we can say this is negative 8, negative 7, negative 6. I'm going to put negative 10, negative 11. So it's a number line, right? So we're going to open the circle here at negative 9, and it's going to be all the x here, all the variable, the numbers, the unknown number, it's going to be greater than negative 9. So all the numbers, it's not going to include negative 9 because there's no equal sign, and it's going to go this direction. So x can be any of these numbers here. Okay? Now, the way we write this, it would be an open parentheses, because it's a parenthesis, an open circle, negative 9, and then it goes to any number towards infinity. So we use infinity, and then we said that with infinity, we always use parentheses, not a bracket. And that's it. That's interval notation. So let's try another one. Okay, this one. So the first thing I'm going to distribute, don't make that mistake here that I didn't distribute correctly here. I messed up. I wanted to leave this error here because it could happen to anyone. So x minus 3 times x, that's 3x. Negative 3 times 2, that's negative 6, is greater than 4. We combine like terms, that's 1 minus 3, right? 1 minus 3 is negative 2x minus 6 greater than 4, and then I add 6 on both sides, and then I have negative 2x is greater than 10. Now, important here, watch for this. I'm going to put 2 eyes here because you're going to see that when you are dividing by a negative, you have to switch the up to the opposite symbol here. So it goes negative 2 divided by negative 2. Since this is you're dividing by a negative number, you are switching the sign here. So the small, so it's going to be a less than, and that's negative 5 and x. So notice that it switched. So before it was greater than, now it's less than. Now this does not have an equal sign, so it's just a open circle here. So we're gonna just write negative 5. Anything to this side is greater than, right? So that's negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 6, negative 7, and then open the circle. And then x is going to be everything less than negative 5. So it's going to go this way. Okay? The open circle is right on the 5, right? And then anything, x is all numbers less than negative 5. So my interval notation would be, well, since it's going to the negative side, to the left side of my number line is negative infinity. And then my highest number it gets to, it's negative 5. And then because it's an open circle, because it doesn't have an equal sign, then we use parentheses. Okay. All right. Let's do one with equal. Yep, there we go. Right here. This one has a less than or equal symbol. So let's do this one. So the first thing is to solve an equation as we do always. Just remember that if you divide by a negative number, you have to switch the symbol. So to the other side. All right, so let's distribute here. So that's 7x minus, so negative 2 times x, that's negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 4, that's positive 8, less than or equal to negative 2. And then combine like terms, that's 5x here plus 8, and then less than or equal to negative 2. I'm going to subtract here a. It's not when you're subtracting, only when you're dividing, you're switching the sign. That goes away. And then I have 5x less than or equal to negative 10. And then I divide by 5. So that's x and then negative 2, right? All right. So then once I have this, I can go ahead and graph it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna make a 2 here. Anything on this side is gonna be bigger. So that's negative 1, 0, 1, right? Negative 3, negative 4, and below, right? My circle will be closed right on negative 2. I'm gonna close that circle. And my numbers, my variables, all my numbers will be included. The negative 2 will be going to negative infinity. So we're going to use all the notes. So the variable means it can be any number lower or equal to negative 2. So to illustrate that in the interval notation, we open a parentheses because always parentheses with with infinity and negative infinity, comma, my highest number, it's included. So we use a bracket. Okay. All right. So let's do one more. This one. All right, so first we distribute, we solve the equation. That's negative 8, that's plus 8 minus x, and then less than or equal to negative 28. We combine like terms, right? And then, so that's x, I missed the x here. So that's negative 8 minus 1, that's negative 9x plus 8, and then less than or greater than or equal to negative 28. And then I'm going to add, I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. That's negative 9x less than or equal to negative 36. And then guess what? I'm dividing by a negative 9. So this symbol is going to switch to the opposite one. So let's switch it, negative 9. And then I have x, and then it's greater than or equal to positive 4. Okay? Notice that it switched. Before it was less than or equal to, now it's greater than or equal to. Only the reason why is because I'm dividing by a negative number. That's the only time that it happens. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my number line. So I can put, I don't know, I can put 4 here, right? 5, 6, 7 to the right, it goes up, right? And then 3, 2, 1, right? And then from here, this is included because it has an equal sign. So I'm going to close my circle, and then anything, all my numbers are going to be higher than that number. So it's going to go to the right. Okay, so my interval notation will look like this. So 4, it with a bracket, and it goes to infinity, right? And you close every infinity, positive or negative, with a parentheses. And that is it, guys. I hope this helps.